We are back. It is the Fight SZN Podcast. It's me, Jesse Rowe, with Inside Fighting. We have an awesome guest this week. We're joined by Caolan Loughran, former Cage Warriors champion, current UFC bantamweight. He's fighting Ramon Taveras at UFC 304 in Manchester. Caolan, thank you so much for joining me, man. How are you?
Never better, but how are you?
Doing great, man. I'm excited to talk to you because there's a lot of things to go over with you. But we'll start it off pretty easy here. You're 9-1, coming off a win over Angel Pacheco, fighting at UFC 304. How are you feeling about where you left off in your last fight? Pretty clean sweep on the judges' scorecard, pretty dominant decision victory. And anything particular you've been working on? Anything in particular that you noticed in the last fight that you want to address? Just sort of give people an update.
No, it's like every fight I go back and watch it myself a few times, and I go back with my coaches and watch it, and we take Jesus umpteen things, regardless of win or loss. I always look at it what I done wrong rather than like what I done right. But overall, right, it was just good to be getting in the win column in the UFC. Anytime you're ripping out 10-8 at UFC level, it's good. You can't be too hard on yourself. But absolutely, there was things I done wrong. Of course, there always is. But just more anything, just relief and happy to be winning in the UFC and looking upwards in the division. You know.
Yeah. I want to get to the division because that's like, I think that you're obviously in one of the most stacked divisions at the company.
100%.
I think we'd all agree. So, it's an uphill climb, but all the talent in the world. And let's switch over really quick. Let's first talk about fighting on UFC Manchester. I know that you tweeted out that you wanted to actually fight on the McGregor card when it was announced at 303, but you kind of got the next best thing, I guess, right? I started fighting at 304, a little bit closer to home. Were you a little disappointed that you were going to be fighting on the McGregor card, or is this better? Is it better because you're closer to home?
Okay, later, right?
That's fine. Yeah.
No, not really. To be honest, I train in Liverpool, so it's like 40 minutes down the road.
Okay.
And for all my friends and family, it's a 25-minute flight. So this is very accessible for me to bring and me to show the UFC what a star I am. Like how many people I'm going to bring to this event, mostly obviously from Belfast in Ireland and Tyrone and all around the Ireland. But also, again, I'm saying my gym's 30 minutes from Manchester, so I'm going to show the UFC. They're going to, Dana. I hope that Dana's going to be in the crowd. I've never met the boss yet, but when my name's announced and I'm in there, I think you'll see firsthand the type of pull I have over here and the support that I have over here. So that's going to be fucking cool. Barring the times, obviously it's successful to people, but the McGregor card, it would be a dream from like just the schoolboy that was in me who used to watch McGregor growing up. That would have been cool, but I just fought in Atlantic City, and I had a lot of people fly, and people that was over that part of the world came to it. But to have back-to-back fights in America might be a wee bit heavy. Vegas is my dream. It's always going to be my dream. I'd love to share a card with McGregor. But this felt right. As soon as I seen the Manchester card announced, it's like it's going to be probably the biggest card that we've had over this part of the world, being pay-per-view. Two champions, big card. So that the McGregor card would have been nice, but when I see Manchester, I was like, that makes a lot more sense, and I can show what a star I am over this part of the world.
Yeah, you mentioned Dana. Dana's a cool guy. I'm sure you're gonna meet him eventually, and you guys are gonna have a good interaction. But yeah, that's a good point. You're gonna probably have more Irish fans there in attendance at Manchester. So you mentioned the start. Sorry, actually, I want to just really quick ask this: does that add a little bit of extra pressure on you, knowing that like you have to maybe try a little harder, go for the finish a little bit more because the boss is going to be in attendance, because you're going to be in front of more of your native homelanders, or is it business as usual?
Business as usual, lad. It's about the W at the end of the day. Of course, I want to knock Ramon out. He's just the way he's been private messaging me stuff, and I'd love to knock him out. But business as usual, lad. It's if it's a 15-minute win and I come out with double my money and my career progresses, that's the most important thing. Absolutely 100%. But there is going to be a big crowd. I actually have said this in interviews before, because I'm on the card. It's close to home. There's two other Irish people on the card. I think there'll be more Irish people in attendance for this than the McGregor and Ian fight because it's over that part of the world. But that doesn't make any more pressure on me, lad. I'm here for the win, and that's it. That's paramount. Just win first. You know what I mean?
You just said something there that he's been messaging you. What's he been saying to? What's Ramon been saying to you?
Just one of them guys. Like he's just one of these guys. It's like well, just so emotional. Like just unbelievably American is what we would call it over here.
Okay.
No, I'm only joking. I'm only joking.
I'm unbelievably
Yeah.
American, so I'll be the judge of that.
No, he's just the way is just first and foremost his name is Catch D's Hands on Instagram. So he keeps messaging me and I keep replying to him as a glad I can't take you seriously for as long as this is your Instagram handle. Like I can't take you seriously, lad. You have to change this. And then he's like putting up memes of like CT scans with the dog in his chest. I'm like, lad, I'm begging
Oh,
you, I'm like, please stop it, lad. So no, but yeah, I don't know. He's been messaging me a lot, but I don't care, lad. It's all the better. I talk big as well, so I'm
yeah.
not. I'm no stranger to that. So, not fair play to him. Talk what he wants to talk, but I like my chances in the fight. Put that way.
Yeah, he's saying catch these hands in his bio, but
Oh
he's putting that the meme of he's got that dog in him. Is that what he's saying? He's got the
yes,
yeah.
yes.
I know that meme. I
Uh,
know it's a little over
and
you. It's played out at this point, isn't it?
uh, the first time it was used, it was overplayed out. I would say that's the cringiest
Right.
thing. That's the
Yeah.
cringiest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Right. Right. How do you see the
Yeah,
fight going? How do you see it playing out?
a good fighter. He's a dangerous fighter. Like I'm not under any illusions of that. Like I'm not stupid. He dangerous backhand. And when he hits men, they stay hit. Either he drops them or he knocks them clean out. Them. Even watched fights regionally. Like he clearly has a powerful backhand southpaw stance. He's pretty good at setting it up, but it's just levels. I just don't think he's ever competed against someone on my level. And if people have walked into his left hand, I'm good at not letting you do what you want to do. So I do see myself stopping him. I think he's tricky early. He had a really, really good fight with Saidi in his UFC debut. Honestly, again, I don't care, people. I don't think he won that fight. I think a lot of people didn't think he won that fight, but he did. It was close. It was a very, very, very good fight. Very enjoyable. I remember watching it live. I was over in America training when I was watching that. Good fighter, lad. I just think he's never competed against someone on my level, and he'll find that out pretty quickly, to be honest. But he's got the strengths I need to be wary of. Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to that crowd and how the reaction is going to be.
Uh,
Speaking of the crowd, you feel a little bit bad for them. I know that you're going to be fighting. You're not going to be on the main
oh,
card, but the people that are having to be there 5:30 in the morning when Leon takes the stage, you feel a little bad for
I know,
everybody
like,
there.
absolutely, mate.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like again, my friends are. So I'm from Ireland, but they're gonna be flying over. Like, and they've been a lot of anybody's been watching me since I was an amateur fighting in small hotels around Belfast, and now they've got the opportunity to see a guy like Leon Edwards live. Arnold Allen, these really, really high level fighters, big Tom. But I have to stay up and watch it at fucking 5:30 in the morning. Like it's absolutely it's just a kick in the stones for them.
Yeah.
Prep for me, I don't think it's a pay per view. It's a big card. I'm gonna be on relatively early. I think the first fight's at 11. I can't see me fighting even as late as 12:30, 1 o'clock. So I don't think I'll be that bad. But for the main event, it's just a weird one. It kind of puts a big dampener on the event, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? What can you do?
Yeah. Because a thing you have to worry about is if people are going to be, consuming extra beverages to stay
Oh,
to stay
they'll
in the
be full
mood a
of
little bit
pressure.
longer.
They'll be beating the shit out of each other in the front row. They're all drunk. There's absolutely
Yeah.
no doubt about it. People will be drunk and fighting and arguing and being kicked out. It'll be a fucking shit show come 5 o'clock in the UK. Like, so, there's no point in lying, but oh, I'll be happy enough. I'll get me win early on the card and I'll sit and drink a few pints and watch Leon and Tom do their thing.
There you go. Are you adjusting your sleep schedule at all, or any sort of like, because obviously you're not fighting at 5 a.m., but like, just to make sure that you're
Yeah,
on time, you're in the zone at that time.
absolutely. Again, I don't think I'm that bad. Like when I won the Cage Warriors title, it was over in Rome, and I fought at like 20 to 12, like
Okay.
like 11:40 p.m. And nobody told me until the day of that I wasn't gonna be lifted until really late. I didn't know
Oh,
that.
wow.
And that was with no preparation. And it was honestly 100%. I maybe got a wee bit groggy around like 7, 8 p.m. But you wake up as soon as it's time to go. That was with no preparation. But this time I'll know about it, so I might as well try. So my thinking and my coach thinking is the couple of weeks leading up to, I'll just train normal, train in the gym. Then on a Saturday night at like 12 at midnight, I'll go wake myself, I'll go for a run on hard shadow boxing for a couple of weeks. And then whenever I get down there and or up to Manchester and stuff, I'll do a session at that time. Even the week of will be 100% fine for me. Honestly, if I was Leon on in the main event, like I don't know what I would do there, and I don't think anyone knows. I think people like to say this. I don't think anyone actually has a clue of what you should do. I don't think it's the
Right.
correct way, but I have no idea. I'd love to hear what he plans on doing, to be honest, because again, I have literally no idea.
So we just spoke to Arnold Allen the other day. One of our reporters spoke to Arnold Allen the other day. Apparently, Leon is bringing in a sleep specialist, to like a guy that's like an actual specialist to like help him adjust his sleep patterns so that he has like full cognitive ability at the time of the fight at like 5 a.m. or whatever it would be. It's really interesting. But that's what you can do with championship money, right? You can you can bring in the
Yeah,
specialists and stuff like that. So I don't know,
that's
that's what I heard.
fascinating. That's
Yeah.
deadly. That's class.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's what I was wondering. That's deadly.
Yeah. That's the way to do it. I really quick, let's talk before we move on. One of your fellow Cage Warrior champions is actually me fighting on that card. Paddy Pimblett will be fighting on that card. He's fighting Bobby Green. What do you think of that fight? And who do you got in that fight?
Jesus, do you know what, lad? Because again, I'm training here in Liverpool. I live in Liverpool for most of the year. I'll be about the same. I meet a lot of people who are friends of him. I expect him to bring, I don't know how, a couple of 100,000, 100 to even 1,000 people up the road to Manchester.
Yeah.
I like even from when he was in Cage Wars, like his walkouts, the energy he creates, it is actually unbelievable. And again, people are coming over for me to watch, are like excited to watch him fight live. Honestly, but this is what he's gonna get hit clean in the head. There's no two ways about it. He's gonna get boxed on the mouth because Bobby Green can strike and Paddy Pimblett's very, 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 very hittable. He's
Yeah.
definitely gonna catch him. But Bobby Green's been weathered. He's been hit. That was a really, really bad stoppage against Jalen Turner.
Yeah.
That has to wear on you after the wars he's had. He's been a striker his whole life. He's been taking punches his whole life. I don't know how many pro fights Bobby Green has. He obviously looked good against Jim Miller, but that's a past his prime Jim Miller, of course. If he gets him down, Paddy Pimblett is not that good at MMA, but there's certain positions if he hits, he's actually world class. Like if he gets the back, there's no way Bobby Green shifting him off his back. Unbelievable fight. Like not unbelievable, it's an unbelievable clash of styles, and it'll be an unbelievable environment. If I was to bet right now, I'd bet Bobby Green to pace him up, like because Bobby Green's end of the day, people his whole life, people have been trying to take him down and
Yeah.
not get hit by him. So if I was if Bobby Green's chin is still there, I think he takes it, to be honest. But it's a good step up for him to put it that way.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that it's really good matchmaking by the UFC. Let me
Yeah,
put it
yeah,
that way.
100%.
It's
Yeah, yeah,
great matchmaking because people were criticizing them for putting him against Tony Ferguson, who Bobby Green
yeah,
had just beaten. Um, but I think that this is like a perfect matchup to. This is kind of like the gatekeeper kind of fight. It's like,
absolutely.
do you really got it? Are you really that guy? Are you going to be able to do it? So I'm super interested in that fight.
Well, he's
Uh,
not that guy. First of all, if he beats Bobby Green, he will. But like, he's not like that. Is the limit? Like,
right.
he's not. He's not going to be that guy. That's just me being honest. Like, he's not.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fine. I'm just saying, like, in terms of
Yeah.
can he crack top 15 and start taking some bigger
Yes. Yeah.
fights,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
is what we're
Yeah. Yeah.
looking at. Um,
100%.
mention Conor. I have to bring this up. You made some headlines the other day because you reacted to the video of Conor partying a little bit. Six
Yeah,
weeks out from his fight against Michael Chandler, Conor sort of reinventing his fight camp, reinventing the term fight camp a little bit with his partying, and obviously some social media videos are out there. I just want to read the tweets really quick that you put out
yeah.
there just to sort of give people an idea. You said that you don't like it. You got to respect the game. And then you said, I gave him all the respect, always have. Man changed the game. I'm criticizing the fact he's 6 weeks out from a fight, blind drunk, promoting it like it's cool. What about the 15-year-old in the gym looking in? What the fuck are you on about promotional purposes? So just has your mindset changed on it at all, or sort of what you just want to sort of expand on what you meant when you said that?
I don't like it, lad. I just don't
Yeah.
like it. It's just I tweeted that and I was thinking I didn't know I should have tweeted that or tweeted. I was going to quote tweet the video and say, cue the next John Calvin interview where he says, "I've never seen him this focused in the gym. I've never seen him this enjoy the sport again." It's like Conor McGregor, in my opinion, I can't give him any more credit than him as a 145er, top five in UFC history, in my opinion. Like one of the best you ever put on a pair of gloves. Like really, 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 really high level, motivated, driven guy, and earned that life. But then don't be all in or don't be in it. Don't cut bullshit. Like maybe he's doing a Ryan Garcia and he's trying to fucking wind us all up. If he is here, fair play to him, but it didn't look that way. But just don't be putting it out and then say, "Oh, I'm back and I'm motivated and all this here." Because I look at me, lad, talked about the 15-year-old in the gym. When I was 15, 16, when I was watching that lad and I was in school, there was a guy from 2.5 hours down the road in this game that I was in, was at the absolute pinnacle, one of the pound for pound best in the world, motivated, trained hard, wanted it. I actually remember him putting out whenever he's fighting Dennis Seabury saying, not that I have any agrees, but he said partying's weakness for the soul, he used to say. Do you know what I mean? Worst that guy. Like that was a guy who just had a massive these huge monumental goals and was just ticking them off, just putting Jose Aldo away, putting Chad Mendes away. These are people I really looked up, thought they were unbelievable fighters. He just dusting them. And that was the guy I looked up to when I was 15. So what about the guy in the gym now? Like, are they looking up to McGregor and what are they seeing? Some sort of fucking, I don't know, Mick Jagger, fucking alcoholic, cocaine addict who thinks that this is the way to go about being a professional fighter? I don't like it, lad. Be in it or be out of it because it's not that fucking game. Like, what are you gonna do? Say, like, now you're gonna come out and say you're gonna beat Islam and fucking Leon Edwards and these boys? Like, forget about it. It's not the real world. I don't want to fall out with McGregor. I'd love to make up with the guy. He obviously he unfollowed me and stuff after I jokingly said there was one stout talking about Guinness, but like I don't actually care. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he doesn't care about me. He don't follow me and stuff anyway. I looked up to the guy, but I'm not gonna go out of my way to like actively kiss up to you to be your friend. Like I'm fucking after turning 28 years old. I was Cage Wars champion. I'm now in the UFC. I'm about to go 2-0 in the UFC this year. I don't need validation from anyone. Like I'm doing all right for myself. I'm just gonna call a spade a spade. I don't fucking like it, and that's it. That's it.
Yeah. Is it like is it hard to see somebody who you considered a hero? I mean, because obviously it's more so of a professional thing, but from a personal
Yeah.
standpoint, as somebody that you grew up idolizing, does it hurt a little bit to see that, or is it more so just the professional side of things?
Nah, he's earned that life. Like, go
Yeah,
live whatever life you want to live. Like, fair play to you. He's
right.
made anytime a fighter makes money, like fair play to him. I want to like congratulate. Like, it's a hard way to make a living.
Yeah,
Fair play to you, live that life. But like, just don't like, because I know the bullshit I'm gonna have to live through in 3 weeks. There's gonna be John Calvin. Like, I've never seen him this focused. I've never seen him in the gym like this. And I'm
yeah,
like, all
yeah.
right, right, lad, that's okay. That's just, do you know what I mean? So no, here, fair play to him. If he's all in and he is just fooling us, well done. I actually think he will beat Michael Chandler. That's the truth.
Yeah, I was going to ask that. So, but so like, I want to get to the Chandler fight. Are you concerned that he doesn't have what it takes to sort of like buckle down and live that life that's required to be a
Yeah.
great fighter? Does he not have what it takes to be great anymore? Or do you still think Conor has it in him? He just has to put all that other stuff to the side.
Oh, that's a tough one. I think he has the skills to dust Michael Chandler. I have heard through the grapevine of guys sparring Michael Chandler that he's not that good. But I also know that obviously that fight night Michael Chandler is very different than gym Michael Chandler. 4 ounce glove, him exploding on you. That's a different scenario than the gym. I also heard through guys who've sparred the two of them and have said that if 30% of the man they sparred against McGregor shows up against Michael Chandler, that he will literally clean him out. They're not even. I've heard this through people who've sparred both. Do I think that he can go back to back to back training camps, be active, be on it for the next year to 18 months and compete with the top level, top 5 in the UFC? Nah, I don't think so. I've been 100% honest, but again, he had his like if you think about when he was the UFC, see when he beat Eddie Alvarez, like Edson Barboza was like number 4 lightweight in the fucking world. My former teammate Darren Till was like one of the best prospects come through in MMA. Like that's a long. Alexander Volkanovski wasn't even heard of. He wasn't even his reign hadn't even really began. Like that's a long time. If you were like say Volk and living the life, and people are now saying that he's past it, like being active and competing and training and being in the cage, like to be out of the cage, that's like a lifetime in this game. So
Right.
honestly, I don't. If I'm being 100% honest, no, I don't think so.
Would you have a message for Conor?
You're the man. You've done it. You've done it all. But if you want to compete at the higher level, you need to surround yourself with lions, not boys that you're bowling over with one shot, posing in front of, and men that are filling your head full of shade. That's
Yeah.
what I would say.
Fair enough. I wanted to address really quick. I saw that you in your last fight, in your post fight, you mentioned Raul Rosas, guy that's in your I thought I liked the nickname you gave him. It's not safe for TV, but it's very funny.
Dick lips.
Yeah. It was great. It was very funny. Obviously
Yeah.
you're not fighting him. Is that a fight you're still interested in?
Oh,
19 years old. Go ahead.
absolutely 1,000,000%. I thought it literally made sense. We had a similar record and similar position in the
It really
UFC.
made a lot of sense when you said it, when I
Yeah.
heard it. Yeah.
I thought so. Again, he's very young, and I think he's got a big future in the sport. I think everything's about time, and I think he's dangerous. It's similar to what I said about Pimblett. Like at certain positions, he's fucking world class. I think he's very immature and very he fights stupid. He tries to come with like a Hamzat sprint that he can't
Right.
maintain, and it's not even a striking. Like you watch my past of his technique's nice. I just don't think he's got the brains yet. It shouldn't like to be like you watch Sage Northcutt and these boys who come in real early. Like it's not that like man strength, man is a thing. Like experience is a thing. Like it's like you look at a guy like Dustin fighting this weekend. Like the stuff, the knowledge he has, and that just takes time. You just can't buy that. That just takes time. So I think everything's about time. I think I would beat Rowe Rosas not that hard to be honest. Tough round or two, but I think I'd take him out. If I think I've got a tougher fight in Ramon Taveras, absolutely 100%. He's definitely a tougher fight than Rosas, but yeah, if he beats Ricky Tursos, I'll fight him. If Ricky
Yeah.
Tursos beats Rosas, I'll fight Ricky Tursos. No, absolutely no problem. I'll fight the winner of that. I'll be calling for the winner of that, by the way.
I'm sorry.
I'll be calling for the winner of that. Like,
Okay, good. I like that. I'm actually, I really like that matchup. I hope that does happen. Curious, are you
yeah.
watching a game right now or something? Is there a game on your TV?
No way.
Oh, okay. I saw you looking up because I do the same thing. I have tennis on. I was like just curious if you were watching TV in the background or something like that.
No,
Um,
just dope.
Rosas was hanging out with he's been training with he was training with
Uh,
Merab and Aljo, and then there's photos of him training with Sean O'Malley. What do you think about that? What do you think
yeah.
about training with the guys higher up in your division that you might have to face one day?
Good. I hear good. I think it's a good idea. It's
Yeah.
again, he's very young and he's getting serious rounds in there. You can only improve from training with that caliber of fighter and that caliber of athlete. So no, I seen that. I thought that was a great move. 100%,
Yeah.
definitely.
All right, I'm gonna let you go soon. We're almost at, this is the last topic here. Really quick, big bantamweight fight potentially in the works. We don't know yet; it hasn't been made official, but it looks like O'Malley is going to be facing Merab.
Mm.
What do you think about that fight? Who do you got? You think that O'Malley can retain, or do you think it's just Merab's time?
Honestly, I've changed my mind. I thought Merab would run through him, and then in Atlantic City, I met Merab and I was talking to him, and I couldn't believe how small the guy was. And I was thinking, Sean O'Malley is going to hit you from really, really, really far away, and he's a slippery cunt. Like, you seen one time Aljo has his leg up and he's just bouncing out. He's criminally underrated, Sean O'Malley.
Yeah.
Really, 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 really tricky fight, and it's a damage-based sport now, so I think he's going to clock Merab. I respect Merab so much because I lost my UFC debut. Merab went 0-2 in the UFC, and now he just went in this absolute tear. And he's winning fights where, like, he's not the best striker, even often against Henry Cejudo. Like, he's probably not the better wrestler. Like, he's not really the better grappler on time, but he's just beating these world class fighters. And to fight the way Merab fights, you can't just show up and fight night and decide I'm going to fight that way. You have to live it 25-8. Like, you have to live a certain life, and you have to train like an animal. So I've literally got nothing but respect for him. I actually met him and I said that I couldn't respect him a lot, but I was surprised that he was a really, really small guy. He'll of course have his moments, but I think Sean O'Malley's going to hit him from very far and hit him very clean. And I actually think O'Malley gets that done. Decision or knockout, to be honest, but I think he's going to land big and impactful shots and win, you know?
Yeah, I'm glad you said about O'Malley, because I think that people they just think of him as a striker. He's very well rounded, and people make that mistake. And I think the word you were looking for with Merab is he's relentless. He's just relentless, pure will. The guy, he just wins on pure will all the time.
No, it's you have to admire it. Like, he obviously has skill, but that's the thing I admire most of him. Like, how much just too much of a tenacious bastard he is.
Yeah, exactly. How would you? I gotta ask this stupid question, but how would you fare if you climb the ranks? O'Malley's still champion. How would you fare against the champ?
I think I can beat any. I again have lost my UFC debut, so I know that bantamweight's a crazy division. I think the best thing about bantamweight is the number 15 guy could beat the champion on any given night. But I know I can finish any bantamweight in the world. I've trained some high level bantamweights over in America and that this year. I know that if I hit certain positions, guys simply aren't going to shift me. I know if I land a clean right hand, I can knock any 135-pounder in the world. So taking my time, lads. I'm looking at 3 fights this year. No mad rush is what I'm after, but I'll come for that belt 100%, lad. You know.
How long till you got the belt?
So again, Umar Nurmagomedov was 4-0 in the UFC and was ranked 12th in the world. So that's 4 fights. Like, he hadn't really beat anyone of great note. Like, it's top room, like the likes of Barcelos. That's a really hard fight that a lot of people won't know, but it's a hard fight. But like, in terms of nailing value but he hadn't actually beat that many guys. He's fighting debutants, and at 4-0 he was ranked 12th in the world. So I'm just looking here, 3-0 this year, get a win early next year, and then I'm looking at a top 15 fight, or if not ranked, a fight to get ranked. So I don't know, lad, 2 to 3 years. I want to be coming in this time next year competing for a top 15 fight. So 3-0 this year, lad, take it from there, you know.
I love it. Caolan, thank you so much, man. I know this is kind of cheesy, but just from talking to you, I just want you to know you have a new fan. I'm a big fan of yours now. I'm going to be rooting for you. And yeah, man, I hope you get it done on 304. And I hope you're able to get some sleep that night, too, because you're going to be up late. But I hope you enjoy yourself at the same time.
Thank you very much, lad. Thank you.